minimum wage. What was the warning? If you just jack up minimum wage, go for this. Initially, it was $15 an hour. Now it's $20 an hour. In Seattle, the minimum wage is going to be $21.30 per hour starting January 1st. And so they just keep going it up. What was the warning? Well, there are going to be businesses that can't do that. And so what's going to happen? People are going to get fewer hours, or people are going to get laid off, especially in these really low margin industries where they're not making money hand over fist. There's really nothing they can do short of, jacking up prices to be able to compensate for that. So you're going to put them in a difficult position. And so in your effort to help workers, you're going to hurt workers. They're going to lose their jobs, or they're just going to get fewer hours. But the progressives didn't listen. And now what's happening? It's hurting workers. They're losing their jobs, or they're just getting fewer hours. And ultimately they're making less money because of your wild increases in the minimum wage. California is an example of this. So in 2023, Gavin Newsom signed the so-called FAST Recovery Act, and it created a $20 minimum wage for fast food workers. But right now, according to Deseret News, that has led fast food restaurants in California and therefore fast food workers to struggle. And all the things that everybody predicted on the right and on the sane side would happen are happening. It says California Governor Gavin Newsom enacted the minimum wage law, raising the hourly rate from $16 to $20 an hour for fast food restaurants that have at least 60 locations in the U.S. The findings from Save Local Restaurants' independently commissioned study conducted by the Berkeley Research Institute were similar to those of the National Bureau of Economic Research. The study from February found that the wage increase law led to the loss of 10,700 jobs in just 1 year. It says the prices of menu items also increased by 14.5%. A majority of restaurants adjusted their pricing, but others reduced the number of hours employees work and laid off employees or consolidated positions. So 93% of fast food restaurants in California who were impacted by that policy and had to all of a sudden pay workers $4 more an hour, 93% ended up reducing the number of hours employees worked. And 70% laid off employees. It's not rocket science, like basic economics. And they'll still say, oh, it's a success. Even if every single thing points in the direction of it being a failure and having the opposite of the intended impact, they don't care because they'll never admit they're wrong. Never admit you're wrong. So you could have people out of work, getting fewer hours, making less money, and they'll still say it's a win for workers.